Alright. So, what do we, what? Alright, we're gonna... we don't need a big box for that. And that's better. That works. Yeah. Let's just do that. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. That works. Let's get more. Hey Wendy, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm just getting ready for going and raid as many bases as I can right now. Like 50,000 wood's funny. I just hate having to go out and get it, so I gotta get it up and out of the way first thing. So how are you doing today? Looks like my neighbor's base completely decayed down here. There was a TC down here before I first got on, and hell. I'm still carrying my tools. Oh. Well, don't mind if I do. I'll be back. I'll take that. Uh, get more of that stuff, babe. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Alright. Wait for that to decay. Mm. Hope the stream is going really well. So far, so good. Hope your day is going well. Bye. What I saw or heard. I know an airdrop is dropped somewhere. I heard it. Hmm. Alright, well, I'm a designer. I've watched your stream. I think you should do a VIP stream, like kind of your logo, or think so. I knew it. Alright, let's gather up the goods. gather up our stuff for this raid here. Yes. Alright, let's see what we got here. $30 of those, $12 of those. Save one of those to research. That's... is... Fireball. Feel like oh, hey Presto, how's it going? Good. Just coming on here, just getting ready to go do a raid on this. It's obviously a PvE server, but yeah, I want to see how many raids I can do. I'm gonna try to get at least one done now before I have to get off and do a couple things and then come right back. Want to hopefully do some more later. But this is what I've got gathered so far here. So I get back to agent, which means I can get back 4 natural treasures. So I need just craft up everything I need. Kind of making use of everything I got. You roll over. Don't forget to bring a hammer and TC to put down the door too. Oh yeah. So on this server, I do want to get back to playing on PvP servers, but this server here is a PvE server. So, on these PvE servers, you don't have to really worry about sealing it. So what I do is bring some barrels with me. I just put them out outside of the raidable base, and then use that to kind of collect all the loot as I leak the raidable base. It's just kind of in a way, it's like a practice type server. If you ever played on PvE servers before, I know some people kind of don't really don't really like to play on them. But, yeah, I come on them when I'm kind of just looking for a relaxed time playing. Uh, okay. Yeah, so this is a PvE server, which is just PvE standing for player versus environment, which means there are other players on here, so like this base over here, his is decayed now, but they'll basically just set up and kind of prepare base as a place to work out of to go do raids. You can, they have additional events on the server actually. There's Harbor Event, which has a tank and snipers, and so you have to actually take out a whole bunch of guys there, including a tank, as well as like the cargo ship. They have drop crates, which is normal at the monuments. They have other types of crates that just kind of randomly land and deploy that are guarded by guards. They have these convoys that go along the road, which a lot of times are like a helicopter, tank. Sometimes it's just a cars full of NPCs, and you end up shooting at them. They stop, and then you have to fight them. Some people will even build a base by a road ahead of them with turrets and stuff to fight them with. Then they have these raidable bases. Some of them easy, hard, medium. And then there's these play when people abandon their base. It turns that area into a PvP zone, and then other players, if they want to go raid those and fight each other, they can, but there's usually not a lot of people on the server, so if you go there, it's really not going to typically be other players. Then they have the armored train, which I don't see on the map right now, but it spawns every once in a while. It goes on the train tracks, and it has turrets and NPCs and everything on it. You can fight it. I know there's more. There's a few other events. Some of them I haven't done, but they have another one that's like, it goes into the underwater lab, something to do with a submarine, which I've never done. So yeah, I haven't done a lot of them, but I do like to come onto the server because it has some extra events, and you can do the raidable bases, which is fun. It's just kind of a chill environment, just kind of separate from playing on the typical vanilla Rust, which can sometimes be kind of toxic, as you probably know. Which I like playing on regular vanilla Rust, but every once in a while you run into people that are just kind of annoying, so it takes away from it, and then you don't really want to play. So, at least for me. So I'll jump onto a server like this and just mess around, which can be a lot of fun, because it's pretty relaxed. Yeah. So how's your day going? What are you up to today? Snowy here. Oh. Yeah, I used to live in a place that was quite snowy. We're in Tennessee now, where it's not so much, but today is a really, really cold day for here. Woke up this morning 10 degrees, which is not very common here. Here is the land of pumpkins, West Michigan. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, these guys got hit with a lot of snow and cold recently, from what I've seen. We used to live up in New Hampshire, which was pretty. I finished all those already. Which is pretty rough itself up there, but I'm glad not to have to be up there anymore. Yeah, the Lions lost yesterday. You probably just want to sit inside with the heat and just kind of watch TV and that sort of thing. To the Rams. Oh, are the Rams a good team? I'm guessing they must be if they won it. Unfortunately, I don't follow sports like I used to. I used to follow it and had kids and didn't have any time and then never got back to it. I'm here at the library. The Lions are still in the season, so it's not over yet. Okay. And hopefully they are able to turn things around if they're having a bad year. See, I've been doing medium grades. Thinking I don't mind doing a hard grade, but the problem is they're surrounded with big compound walls that are kind of annoying to deal with. Just, there's no like other way through them other than blowing them up, and it's just kind of takes a lot of extra room to do that. So it's really not that much more worth it. So I will probably go do more medium grades, which are pretty good. I'll do maybe this one here. Oh, yeah, today I was supposed to go to the interview, which I ended up not going to. Just, I don't know, I got to thinking about it. It wasn't a great job. I didn't really, like, kind of, sort of, I don't know, semi-retired, I guess you could say. I'm still only 47, so I'm still down for retiring, but I saved a lot when I was working, so I decided to. Lions next play the Steelers on Sunday. How do you think that's gonna go? Yeah, I'm just middle-aged at this point, but you know, it's one of those things where it was like I could keep working and try to make as much money as I can, or I could just try to live in a more frugal way, a way that would allow me to kind of do the things I want to do instead of doing the things I have to do. So, yeah, we sold our house, moved our family to a warmer climate that has a lot cheaper taxes. We just bought land with no house on it. I built my own house out of wood that I built from my own sawmill. And just kind of enjoying the whole process of doing all that, which is way more fun than working for someone else, in my opinion. So I didn't build a log cabin. I built it out of just regular lumber, but I milled the lumber myself. So I have a sawmill that we bought land that it's just full of trees. So I was able to cut the trees down, and still not cut all the trees down because we're on 30 acres. So we just have 30 acres of wooded land, right near the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, and we bought it luckily before the prices all got too high. And, yeah, I just found my sawmill out here. I was in a camper with a generator, started out that way, and then we bought a cheap used mobile home on Facebook, and I brought that here, set it up, fixed it up, lived in that. Then I built a 500 square foot cabin. We got a 1,200 square foot shop, and then I built like a tiny little studio apartment inside of that. And there's 5 of us here. It's me, my wife, 3 kids. 2 of the kids live in the mobile home that I remodeled. My wife and I live in the cabin that I custom built, and then my son lives, I actually built him like a tiny house, off-grid tiny house, and he lives in that right now temporarily, but he's usually away, like, probably three weeks out of the month. He just started a new job as a truck driver. He's 21, so, yeah. It's definitely, been a wild ride, that's for sure. But, been a lot of work. Days like today, I'm inside right now during the day, it's just because here it's unusually cold. And, personally, I would rather not be outside in it. I mean, if I had to, I would. I didn't have a choice. But, having a choice, I'd rather take it easy indoors and not freeze myself to death. It's one of those things where, you know, now I get to do things by choice instead of because I have to, which is, I'm definitely lucky in that way that I'm able to do that. Definitely glad I made the choices that I made. I never was really big on spending a lot of money. I was always careful, and I worked in technology, and I worked my way up really quick and made good money, and then pretty much just saved most of it. Didn't really spend money, and then decided to use that to put myself in a position where I don't have to work if I don't want to, I guess. I mean, I still do a little bit. I work for myself sort of thing. But yeah, it's nice because like the stuff I'll do. So before we moved here, actually, in 2019, I quit my job as an IT, as an engineer, managed like networks and servers and data centers and security stuff like that. And I decided that I was actually having a blast running. I had a sawmill that I used as a hobby to do woodworking and stuff, and so I cut some trees on my property, milled the wood, and then decided to have a hobby making stuff out of wood, which was a lot of fun. So that I ended up quitting my job in 2019 to do that. But I also, at the same time, then realized that I don't really like being outside in the cold. And as you can imagine, I didn't really spend a lot of time in the cold when I was working in IT. So when I switched to doing the other stuff, I quickly realized that the cold wasn't for me. So yeah, that's when I decided to move to Tennessee, and then we had a sawmill business up there. Sawmill, sorry if like losing my train of thought. And we did custom woodworking and that sort of thing, and so I like doing that stuff. So when I got here, I now just do, so we built a pretty good business up there doing all that. And then we ended up selling everything. and then moved here, and then took any money that we had after paying our house off and bought this land. And that's kind of how we ended up here like this. And my goal was at that point just to pay absolutely everything off and be debt free. And our cost of living was cut in half, so now we only need to make half the money. And do that mostly working for myself. My wife has a job that she works that she likes doing. And so she does that. That's been pretty good. So 30 acres, do you try any farming, gardening? If you're looking to start an orchard sometime, then you might look into fruit tree, a pawpaw fruit. It's a rare type of swamp tree that's growing. It's a growing industry. Read a book about it titled Pawpaw the Search for America's Forgotten. That's interesting. I might have to check that out. Oh. I think it says pause. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. I don't know. I've never heard of that. But yeah, we've done some, even before we came here, like before we moved here in New Hampshire, we had, pigs, chickens, turkeys, goats, ducks, rabbits. I actually grew up in the city. I grew up in Boston, but then moved to New Hampshire in my 20s, and we lived up in a very rural area, no lights by the mountains. And we did some animal stuff up there. And then we got here, we had two different paddocks with pigs. We have two ponds on our property, 2 barns. And, yeah, so we had the 2 different breeds of pigs. Since we've been here, we also have chickens, ducks, geese, rabbits. Then we have 2 hound dogs, which we had when we were in New Hampshire. And we've actually, since we've been here, we've also gotten some cats, and that's just to kind of, in my mind, it was just to help with the rodents and that sort of thing, since we're like out in the woods and stuff. So, yeah, so the cats are good for that. I said, oh. Yeah, so I ended up, we bred pigs. I butchered my own. I had a friend in New Hampshire that had a pig farm, and he taught me how to do it. And, we, yeah, so we butcher, I butcher my own pigs because it's kind of expensive to pay somebody to do it, in my opinion. So I had somebody teach me how to do it. We don't have any pigs right now, or chickens, or ducks, because I've been so busy trying to build, and it's been hard trying to build and take care of animals at the same time. So eventually I'm gonna get back to building again. Animals again. Once I get a lot of the building finished. So the room I'm in now is like, I ended up building like a man cave room here in my shop. It's just like a 200 square foot room with a wood stove, computer desk. I put a bathroom in, stuff like that. I do all this stuff myself, so I don't have to pay someone. So it allows me to, again, not have to work as much. One of the things I learned as I got older is I decided I wanted to figure out how little I can live with instead of how much I can make. And I prefer doing my own work myself and living with as little as possible, rather than working for someone else. A type of understory swamp tree that grows alongside of walnut trees. Okay, yeah, we have a good amount of walnut trees on our property, actually. So I'm assuming they would grow here. So it's a growing industry? That's interesting. So what are they used for? I didn't bring any wood. Not something to collect wood, though. So what is the pawpaw fruit? So is it, what's it used for in industry? Like, assuming it's, or is it just sold as a fruit, like in grocery stores and that sort of thing? It's a fruit that's used for the ice cream sector. Oh. So is there like pawpaw fruit ice cream, or is it like an ingredient in ice cream kind of overall? Kind of adds like flavor to it. Pawpaw fruit. I'm gonna definitely have to look that up. Oh yeah, I have been working on the last couple of years. I've been working on making gardens. My first year was pretty terrible. It didn't hardly grow anything. The second year, this year, I've done pretty well. We had about 50 okra plants, which did really good. Our zucchini squash did okay. The squash bites got to them, and I don't think the soil was very good, but I learned a lot from that. And our green beans did pretty well, but I've done a lot of research on the plants that I was growing and learned a lot from that, so I'm hoping to learn more and more each year. I'm actually going to get back onto doing videos. So I have a YouTube channel where I used to do a lot of my woodworking and sawmilling stuff, building things, and I think I might get back into putting videos on that channel again, but like kind of all based around all the stuff that we're doing now. There's really no traps in here. Oh. That surprises me. Ow. Has a caramel flavor with hints of spices. The texture is starchy. Oh. So when people farm it, do they sell it to like, these things off it kind of loud. Do they sell it to like big companies? Or do you think like, or I guess they could do both, but like, they do like farmers markets type thing? Oh, I guess I can. No. Oh, okay. Let's see. I can splash the doors. Use these things. Kind of cottages and shit. Okay, so it's not like a big thing yet, but you said it's far away. Wow, this thing's like really good. The one guy that I know of that sells them told me he uses them just for the family and puts them in ice creams. You know, that would be a fun thing to do. So have an ice cream shop. I've been thinking about what, like, 'cause I like having my own business doing stuff, and, been thinking about the different things I wanted to potentially try to get into, and I was gonna try to do real estate, but it just involves investing a lot of money, um, that I don't really have to spare, so I thought, thought about doing the woodworking thing again, which I probably still will do. I mean, I still kind of do that stuff. Anyways, dude, how's it going? Do I have voice mod open? Oh, I do. Yeah, I do. I like to use it. That's what I'm with it. It's a crop that has a high initial cost because of the need to buy the notification I sent it. I wonder who the I guess ice cream industry would buy it. Yeah, I like to, to answer your question about the voice file, I like to use it because it's, I like to, I like to mess around with it for a while, but I also hate the sound of my own voice, so I change it. I think it's not really that much different than what it's playing, to be honest, but you're kind of cutting it out at the end if you talk to me. I could tell, oh, let me try turning it off.
Testing, testing. Is it coming through better? I don't know if that turned it off. I think it did. I can't hear myself. I don't have it set up so I hear myself. I can't. A lot of people have it set up so they can hear themselves so much clearer. Ah, okay. Well, I won't mess with using that anymore then. I forget what I was even saying. Yeah, I mess around with that, and I actually don't normally use it, to be honest. I got it a while back just to kind of mess around with it. I saw it on my computer today, and it reminded me I had it, so I was like, I might put that on and try it out. But apparently it doesn't work very good. Try and put it back on and push the ear icon at the bottom. Is that so like I could listen to it myself? So you can hear yourself. The problem is when I do that, I don't know, there's something wrong with my brain or something, but whenever I put it on so I can hear myself, I can't talk. Like I absolutely start, like when I talk I sound like I'm drunk because I'm like slurring because I'm trying to like listen to myself while I'm talking. I don't know why it happens, but it does something to my brain where I just can't talk. I want you to hear what it sounds like. Yeah, I actually did it before let's see.
There, I turned it back on. Hear myself. Hear myself. Testing. I feel like I'm talking funny. Yeah, I can. Let's travel. Ugh. Yeah, I can.
There, I turned it off. Echo, echo. You can't have it on. Okay, so it's not just me. I didn't know if like I was like in a special kind of way or what, but 'cause I don't know how some people can do it. Because there are a lot of people who do. Especially like singers and people like that, radio hosts, stuff like that. I can't do it. But I'm wondering if I had the gain set up or the volume set up too high. Maybe that was causing it to cut out. Well, sometimes I like to mess around and try different things like that, like mess around with the voice. There's some, maybe if I put it on like a less natural type of voice that sounds more like cartoony or something, and turn it down a little bit, then maybe it won't sound as bad. Maybe when the voice changer's trying to make it sound more natural, it doesn't really come out that way. I can't believe I didn't bring a flashlight. Okay. Just for the sake of getting through this. Do that. Well, the voice changers are not bad, but it's the AI voices that suck. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they still have a lot of work to do on that stuff. I'm sure there's voice changers out there that are sure a lot better than that. But yeah, this like cheap, I mean, I don't know how much it was, but I'm sure it wasn't super expensive. And I'm sure they make ones that are a whole lot better. And if I looked up the ones that are a whole lot better, they're probably a whole lot more expensive, which would just make sense. But because I mean, I imagine like the movie industry and you know, just the entertainment industry in general, they I'm sure they use more advanced stuff like that. How do I want to feel about low? Yeah. Um, yeah, maybe mess around with it. It's hard because like I want to listen to myself to see how it sounds to try to make it sound better, but I just can't. Maybe what I just need to do, because if I record myself and listen to it, I'm fine. Because obviously I'm not talking at the same time, but maybe I just have to do that, like record myself, play it back. 'Cause it is kind of just fun to mess around with. But as somebody who's viewing, I imagine that might get annoying, especially if it's cutting out. Alright. I will sacrifice. Almost sacrifice myself. Doesn't tell me what I don't know if I'm hitting anything down there or not. I don't want to. There is a workbench right there. So I could make another ladder if I need to, I believe. So I could put a ladder here, jump down. Oh. I was afraid there might be a trap down there, which is why I was tossing grenades in. But it looks like there wasn't. So we got those two doors. I wonder if... Maybe if I do that. Ah, there we go. I don't think I want to throw a grenade down. I think I'll just... Ah, there goes my ladder. Well... This could be bad. Alright. Whoa, I gotta be careful not to die now. Yeah, there's definitely one up there. we go. I don't use the handmade shells. I actually just, somebody once gave me a tip of collect all the handmade shells from the shotgun traps and recycle them, because normally on a regular like vanilla server you wouldn't have this many of them usually, but on these servers where there's a lot of shotgun traps, if you just collect them and recycle them, you get a lot of gunpowder back. I don't need a lot of this stuff anymore. Camera's probably be good, I guess. Alright, so we got this door, which... Oh, those propane bombs did some damage. Let's see. Maybe I'll just place one right here. Because it seems to have a big area of splash. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Oh boy. Haha. That might have been a mistake. And I probably can't pick it up, right? Oh, thank God. Because I gotta blow this open in order to, because, let's see. I mean, I could use explosive ammo to blow this. And C4. Might be able to. I don't know how that's gonna end, but right here will be good. There we go. Okay. There we go. Well, that one can, a hatchet. Taking the cards, but I don't really anticipate I'm going to use them, so. Oh. Alright. Well, there's that. There we go. Fill up on snacks before we go. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about this. Well, that'll do it. So, just got this inventory of stuff out of this one. Usually I get a lot more than that. Alright, so what we'll do is we're gonna cheat, teleport home for a minute. Wonder if I turned the gain down on that voice changer if it would. Thing's kind of slow, isn't it? Get some wood here. Just. Well, that's full, isn't it? I mean, I don't anticipate doing anything with those cards. Just ditch a lot of the stuff I'm not going to use. All this stuff to recycle. Huh. Right. Alright, put this stuff. Oops. No. Oh, I forgot you can sort. Oh, it's lunchtime for me here. So I'm gonna let all this stuff do what it's doing. Go replant the plants up here. Not that I probably even really need to, but I definitely don't need cloth. I'm just gonna harvest it all. Max healthy. Alright, I'm gonna hop off, have some lunch, see what I might be able to do around here. If anything, go check on the frozen pipes. And I'll be back. I'm not sure if I'll be back on Rust or play GTA with my son, play some Scum. I don't know. Depends on what my mood's like, but should try to get some things done physically, so just at least for the very sake of just at least getting some exercise. Anyway. Alright, well I'll see you guys all later. Hope you have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon. And if anyone wants to play,